From the dangerous streets of Detroit, where he once sold drugs to survive, to the triumphant podium of Super Bowl 40 in his hometown, Jerome Bettis defied the odds at every turn. A 5'11", 252-pound force of nature who asthma couldn't stop, defensive lines couldn't contain, and adversity couldn't break. This is the story of the Bus, a man who rushed for over 13,000 yards and 91 touchdowns across 13 punishing NFL seasons, but whose greatest victory came in his final game, when he returned home to Detroit not as a product of its streets, but as a champion. Born February 16, 1972 in Detroit, Michigan, Jerome Abram Bettis Sr. grew up in one of America's toughest cities as it battled economic decline. The youngest of three children, Bettis didn't even start playing football until high school. His primary passion was bowling. At age 14, he was diagnosed with asthma, a condition that would have sidelined many athletes, but merely became another obstacle for Bettis to overcome. During these formative years, Jerome and his brother made ends meet selling crack cocaine on the streets of Detroit, with Bettis later admitting that he had both sold drugs and shot at people. Despite these dangerous beginnings, Bettis found his way to Mackenzie High School, where he became a standout running back and linebacker. As a senior, he was rated the top player in Michigan by the Detroit Free Press and won the Gatorade Circle of Champions Player of the Year award. By his high school graduation, Bettis had transformed from a street hustler to a blue-chip recruit, earning himself a path out of Detroit's perilous environment. The University of Notre Dame offered Bettis not just a football scholarship, but a new direction in life. From 1990 to 1992, Bettis amassed 1,912 rushing yards on 337 attempts, averaging an impressive 5.7 yards per carry. His sophomore year was particularly spectacular as he set the Notre Dame touchdown record with 20 in one season, 16 rushing and 4 receiving. Including his performance in the 1992 Sugar Bowl, Bettis tallied 23 total touchdowns that year, a record that still stands at Notre Dame. In his final collegiate game, the 1993 Cotton Bowl, Bettis showcased his versatility by rushing for 75 yards and 2 touchdowns, while also catching a 26-yard touchdown pass in Notre Dame's 28-3 victory over Texas A&M. Throughout his college career, Bettis recorded 32 receptions for 429 yards, averaging 13.4 yards per catch. With 3 strong seasons under his belt, Bettis decided to forego his senior year and enter the 1993 NFL Draft. Though his commitment to education would remain, he would eventually return to Notre Dame nearly 30 years later to complete his business degree in May 2022. Selected 10th overall by the Los Angeles Rams in the 1993 NFL Draft, Bettis quickly made his mark in the professional ranks. As a rookie, he rushed for 1,429 yards, second in the NFL behind only Emmitt Smith's 1,486, earning the nickname the Battering Ram and drawing comparisons to the legendary Earl Campbell. Bettis led the NFL that year with 79 rushing first downs and 38 runs of 10-plus yards, while tying for the league lead with 7 100-yard rushing games. These remarkable achievements came despite not becoming the full-time starter until the 6th game of the season. His performance earned him first-team All-Pro honors, the only rookie named to the team, and the consensus NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year award. His second season brought another 1,000-plus yard campaign in Pro Bowl selection. But when the Rams moved to St. Louis in 1995, new coach Rich Brooks implemented a pass-oriented offense that limited Bettis to just 637 yards, a shocking 43% decrease from his rookie year production. When Brooks asked Bettis to switch to fullback for the 1996 season, Bettis requested a trade, setting up what would become one of the most lopsided deals in NFL history. April 20th, 1996 marked a turning point for both Bettis and the Pittsburgh Steelers. In what football historians now view as highway robbery, the Steelers acquired Bettis and a 3rd-round pick in exchange for a 2nd-round pick and a 4th-round pick in the following year's draft. The trade's timing was perfect for Pittsburgh, as they had just lost their power, running back Bam Morris to a marijuana possession arrest. Bettis immediately flourished in Pittsburgh's ground-oriented attack, rushing for a career-high 1,431 yards and 11 touchdowns in his first season with the Steelers. This remarkable comeback earned him his second first-team All-Pro selection, NFL Comeback Player of the Year, and NFL Alumni Running Back of the Year. From 1996 to 2001, Bettis reeled off 6 consecutive 1,000-plus yard seasons for Pittsburgh, including 3 campaigns of over 1,300 yards. In 1997, he came agonizingly close to breaking the Steelers' single-season rushing record, finishing with 1,665 yards in 15 games, just 26 yards short of the mark after being rested for the season finale, since the team had already secured its playoff position. During this peak period, Bettis was nearly unstoppable in short yardage situations, producing an estimated 70% success rate in third and short conversions, well above the NFL average of approximately 60% for that era. By 2001, injuries began to take their toll on Bettis. A serious hip and groin injury sidelined him for the remainder of the 2001 regular season after he had already accumulated 1,072 rushing yards. Injuries would also cost him significant parts of the 2002 season, resulting in Bettis being relegated to backup status behind Amos Zarouet to begin the 2003 campaign. The 2004 season started similarly, with Bettis backing up free agent acquisition Deuce Staley. However, when Staley was injured midway through the year, Bettis stepped up magnificently, gaining 100-plus yards in 6 of the next 8 games and 7 consecutive starts. This late career renaissance earned Bettis his 6th Pro Bowl selection. Throughout these challenging seasons, Bettis demonstrated remarkable ball security, fumbling just 10 times in 1,018 touches between 2000 and 2004, a fumble rate of less than 1%, compared to the league average of approximately 1.8% during this period. The 2005 season looked to be Bettis's last chance at the one achievement that had eluded him throughout his illustrious career, a Super Bowl championship. After contemplating retirement following the Steelers' defeat in the 2004 AFC Championship game, Bettis decided to return for one more season when quarterback Ben Roethlisberger promised to get him to the Super Bowl. Now primarily used as a short yardage specialist, the 33-year-old Bettis still managed several memorable performances, including a 101-yard, 2-touchdown effort in a pivotal Week 14 win over Chicago during a heavy snow squall. In that game, he famously ran over Bears safety Mike Green and NFL Defensive Player of the Year linebacker Brian Urlacher at the goal line. Then in the final game of the regular season, Bettis scored 3 touchdowns in a win over Detroit that clinched a playoff berth for the Steelers. Throughout the 2005 season, Bettis averaged just 3.3 yards per carry, but converted approximately 75% of his goal line carries into touchdowns, with 9 touchdowns on just 110 carries. A touchdown every 12.2 carries, far more efficient than the league average of roughly 1 touchdown per 30 carries for running backs. The 2005 playoffs became Bettis' final journey, and it nearly ended in disaster. After contributing 52 yards and a touchdown in the Steelers' wildcard victory over Cincinnati, Bettis faced the heavily favored Indianapolis Colts in the divisional round. With Pittsburgh leading 21-18 and possession at the Indianapolis 2-yard line with just 1:20 remaining, victory seemed assured. The Steelers gave the ball to the sure-handed Bettis, who hadn't fumbled all season. In a shocking turn of events, Colts linebacker Gary Brackett forced a fumble that was recovered by cornerback Nick Harper. Only a desperate tackle by Ben Roethlisberger prevented a catastrophic touchdown return. Fortunately for Bettis, Colts kicker Mike Vanderjagt missed the potential game-tying field goal, preserving Pittsburgh's 21-18 victory. Before the AFC Championship game against Denver, Bettis delivered an emotional speech to his teammates, simply asking them to just get me to Detroit, his hometown, where Super Bowl 40 would be played. The Steelers responded with a 34-17 win as Bettis contributed 39 yards and a touchdown on 15 carries. After the game, Bettis found his parents in the crowd and mouthed the words, "We're going home." Super Bowl 40 became the perfect ending to Bettis' 13-year NFL career. Playing in his hometown of Detroit, Bettis and the Steelers defeated the Seattle Seahawks 21-10. While his statistical contribution in the game was modest, the victory provided the storybook ending to a remarkable journey. Standing on the champion's podium, Bettis officially announced his retirement. "I played this game for a championship. I'm a champion, and I think the bus' last stop is here in Detroit." Bettis finished his career with 13,662 rushing yards, then fifth all-time, 91 rushing touchdowns, 200 receptions for 1,449 yards, and 3 receiving touchdowns. His postseason statistics included 674 rushing yards and 9 touchdowns in 13 playoff games. Over his entire career, Bettis averaged gaining a first down on 21% of his carries, 730 first downs on 3,479 attempts, a testament to his reliability in moving the chains. His career yards per carry average of 3.9 doesn't tell the full story of his impact, as he often faced stacked defensive fronts designed specifically to stop him. The accolades continued to pour in after Bettis' retirement. On January 31, 2006, Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick presented him with the key to the city and declared the week Jerome Bettis Week. The following day, Michigan Governor Jennifer Granholm proclaimed February 1, 2006, to be Jerome Bettis Day. In May 2006, he received an honorary doctoral degree from Lawrence Technological University. While the Steelers have not officially retired Bettis' number 36, they have not reissued it since his retirement, a testament to his legendary status. Post-football, Bettis has enjoyed a successful broadcasting career with NBC Sports and the NFL Network, opened a restaurant called Jerome Bettis' Grill 36 in Pittsburgh, and continues his charitable work through the Jerome Bettis Bus Stops Here Foundation, which sponsors the Jerome Bettis Asthma and Sports Camp annually for children with asthma. After falling short as a finalist in 2013, Bettis was finally voted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame on January 31, 2015, cementing his legacy as one of football's greatest power runners. From the dangerous streets of Detroit to the hallowed halls of Canton, Jerome the Bus Bettis overcame asthma, poverty, injury, and adversity to become one of the NFL's most beloved figures. His journey reminds us that true greatness isn't measured merely in yards gained or touchdowns scored, but in obstacles overcome and lives touched. After 13 punishing NFL seasons, 3,479 carries, and countless bone-jarring collisions, Bettis' career ended in the most perfect way imaginable, hoisting the Lombardi Trophy in the same city where his remarkable journey began. For a man who once sold drugs to survive on Detroit streets, returning to his hometown as a Super Bowl champion represented the ultimate victory lap for the bus.